Hey everyone, my name's Pupsker, and today we're going over some of the best farming locations for Oxium, at least in 2021, etc, etc. Because I don't imagine the locations will change all that much, so yeah. Oxium is kind of a pain of a resource to actually farm up. It is primarily dropped by Oxium Ospreys. They are a Corpus unit, and they have a 100% chance to drop Oxium. I think the amounts are usually 7 to 12 per Oxium Osprey, and you just have to make sure that you kill the Oxium Ospreys before they actually self-destruct suicide bomb you, so make sure to do that. Other than that, you can also find Oxium in some bounties and some storage containers, and also caches in Grineer Sea Lab sabotage missions, but only the third cache. Honestly, I would say it's not really worth doing that when you can just farm Oxium Ospreys. So let's get to the locations that you'd actually want to farm these at. The first location I have is right here, that is Neptune Despina. So the good part about this one is it's an excavation, so you're getting cryotic and Oxium. You equipped a speed nova, some good killing warframes, one defensive warframe, limbo, frost, etc, etc, and a necros with a warframe to give it energy. You'll be a-okay, energy / health, depending on what you have available, right? You'll be great. This is just generally an excavation, right? So you'll get a lot of cryotic running it, and that's just kind of a bonus. That's why I personally think this is one of the better maps to farm, especially if you're trying to get some Oxium, just because you just hit two birds with one stone. I try to do that a lot in Warframe just because it makes the game a lot simpler. Just get two of the most annoying resources out of the way at once and just spend an afternoon doing that. Though I would say excavations are pretty good, but if that's not your style, don't worry, I naturally have a ton of missions. Next, we have Pluto Outer Terminus. So this is a defense mission. So again, you should probably have a similar build to that of the excavation mission. But level 30 to 40, yeah, it's high level for the star chart, but it's not high enough for it to matter. Again, if you always want, you can do steel path missions, but that's always up to you, and if you have a strong enough build / group to actually do that. So Outer Terminus is just simply a defense mission. You can pretty easily defend the point, so it really doesn't take a ton of effort. You're gonna get a decent amount of Oxium Ospreys here, just, as long as you don't mess it up. I think a lot of people don't realize that you do have to properly kill the Oxium Ospreys without them suiciding into you. So guys, just make sure you actually kill them. That is the biggest accounting for variance in the amount of Oxium you get. First is spawn rate. Second, well, spawn rate and spawn chance. Second is just, did you kill them, guys? Did you? So make sure you're actually just killing the Oxium Ospreys. Maybe get an AoE damage warframe if you're more comfortable like that, or just like an explosive weapon, who cares? You can just throw on an Ignis or Ignis Wraith and just destroy everything. But defense is definitely a decent mission to run, but it's not an unlimited spawning mission, so that might be kind of a pain for you, just because the spawn rates between, the start and the end of a defense mission are kind of slower, while everything's starting, while everything's, coming to an end. But I do have another planet on Pluto that I like to farm up, and that is Palace right here. It is a survival, so yeah, that's kind of why it's nice farming. You can always run Nightmare. It's always up to you, right? So this is a pretty decent map if you just want to run a survival and you just don't care about anything else. Generally, I just run the excavations. Again, that's my main thing and probably what I'll have in the background of this video. But Palace is definitely good if you're more of a survival type person. Of course, you can stay as long as you want. The longer you stay, the more loot you'll get. So you could get really lucky and just get a ton of Oxium here. Of course, resource boosters definitely always work with Oxium. Well, resource doublers, I guess, because the drop rate's 100% from Oxium Ospreys. So as long as you get a resource booster to double the drop chance, I don't know if that's a resource booster or drop booster, but whatever. As long as you get the one that doubles the drop amount, you'll be good to go, and you'll farm a ton more. You don't have to do it, but you can do it. Anyways, this is a nice survival. I'd run it all the time. You can also get Granum coins if you're only running 5-minute survivals, so it's always nice getting Granum coins out of the Corpus missions here. Okay, the next thing I have might be a little surprising, but I would say farm Corpus sorties and alerts. So if you ever pop in this boy open and there's a sortie here that you can run and it's Corpus, do that. There's generally a ton of Oxium Ospreys that can spawn up in a sortie, plus they're high level. And hey, why not? You're getting sorties done, they're pretty convenient to do, and look at all of the items you can get. So definitely run those if you can. If not, that's okay. Sorties are later on in the game, but hey, if you can, try that. You can also just run general alerts. The more Corpus maps you run, the more Oxium you'll have, and before you know it, you will just amass a ton of Oxium. I would mainly say generally run these Corpus-sided events for the invasions because, yeah, hey, guys, it's a good idea. Well, generally you'd want to, you know, fight against the Corpus. So you'd want to what? Go like sabotage, Corpus, invasion, defense. Oh yeah, you don't want to support the Corpus. You want to be against the Corpus. So yeah, you wouldn't want to do things like that. But if it's against the Corpus, yeah, you could just go on the Grineer side here and fight the Corpus here. You'll get a Dara Vandal receiver, and you'll also maybe get some Oxium. So it's always a good idea. Plus, you know, arbitrations, etc., etc. You just have tons of options. Because again, I'm just trying to generally say, like, Oxium's a pain in the butt to farm, okay? You could farm it on any Corpus mission, but the rate of farming it is going to be slow. One of those resources that I feel Digital Extremes intentionally put in the game as a really long time gap resource. Like, it's actually insane. Yeah, you'll have to do it eventually, so stick to Corpus missions. Other than that, like, there's nothing really special about farming Oxium. You can do it in any Corpus mission, so only do really what you're comfortable with. Those are the maps that I recommended, but any one of them are fine since all of the Oxium have a pretty similar 7 to 12 drop, because all of them drop the same. It's stupid, right? So higher level, lower level, doesn't necessarily matter, but I'll always still like farm out the higher level missions just because, hey, higher level, more XP for my weapons. But, you know, in my head, higher level will also just give more resources. So it's up to you what you want to farm. Those are my maps. So, hey, if you have any tips or tricks that you like to farm Oxium, let me know, because I'm the kind of guy that would just run in the endless missions to farm Oxium, trying to get like a couple other resources, either cryotic, maybe some other resources if I really need it, but you never know, right? Could always use more polymer bundles. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like the video, comment down below, and share it, favorite it around, etc., etc. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.